Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online, the SLOTRO 2 edition. This is Gnomadan. Say hello to everyone, Gnomadan. Indeed. As you see, we are here on the Great East Road. We are about halfway between Adso's camp and Buckland. Yeah, just about there, about halfway through, south of the Brandy Hills, north of the Old Forest. And we're going to see if we can work on some of these trophies for the walls and some of the other ones. Trophies of walls and the flow of goods, because I think the bandit watch is up there, but we should be able to get that. Oh, what else is there? A meal for men, the envy of the four farthings. We're going to see if we can finish some of them up here while we are here on this particular road. And is that set trap? Yes, it is. And work on doing that today. So let us go ahead and get started on it. That one should be one that we can do. There we go. Yep, collected pristine boar heads, 1 of 3. And 1 of 8 boar shanks. So good. We got to get some bear haunches. We've got to get some bear carcasses, boar heads, wolf carcasses, bear hides. Like I said, we're going to be working on those right here in this area in between. Let's see. Either of these, I don't have the nail shot anymore, do I? I do not. So let's see. Let's hit them with a barrage. There we go. Hit them with another barrage there. There we go. A pristine wolf carcass. Nice. Anything else for that one? No. All right. So there you go. We're going to be hunting the bears and the boars and the wolves. Oh my! Throughout all this little section of the road and all. And I won't bore y'all with that. But when we get across the road and actually see one of the bandits or the supplies that we have to go after, we'll bring y'all back in so y'all can see where all that is. Let's see. Curious bear. Curious bear is not coming up as one of the ones we need. What about you? Foraging bear. There we are. It's nice that they've given us the ability now to hover over them. Well, now I say, but it wasn't in the game to start with. It wasn't in the game back in the day, you know. You had to. Why is it not shooting? There we go. Wasn't in the game back in the day. You wouldn't know if you were shooting at a foraging bear or that curious bear back there. You wouldn't know whether or not it was one of the ones that could actually give you what you needed unless you actually killed it and saw what you got off of it. So, I'm going to keep collecting all this stuff. Oh, what do we got there? Did it click over? Oh, did it click over 3 o'clock? Let's see. Yep, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. So we just went over into the Hobbit gifts again. Okay, so I'm going to continue hunting here. And I will rejoin y'all when I've either got all of the trophies and animal parts and everything else that I need. Or, like I said, if we wander on up this way and we come across some of those supplies. So I'll see y'all again in just a little bit. Okay, we have gathered up all of the hides and heads and meat and everything from the boars and the wolves and the bears between those 2 areas there. Next up, we're going to head right up here along the bank of the river. Along this side of the Brandywine is where we're supposed to find those mushrooms. And I believe that we have the toads and the slimes, the slugs to deal with along this area too. If I remember correctly. I believe they're in this little marshy spot up here. Can't just get these. Can't just gather up all these mushrooms. No, they have to be special mushrooms. Scattered all out throughout this. See the wild mushrooms here. Scattered all throughout this marsh here. And I believe there's quite a few slugs and toads, like what we saw all over yonder on... Oh, what is it? The Bogwater? What is the one that's in the Shire between Michael Delving and Needlehole? What is the name of that? I can't remember the name of the marsh right now. I'll throw it up on the screen. But we're going to collect up all these mushrooms. We got to get 20 of these. And so far, we haven't seen a slug or a toad. Oh, there's a slug. Not nearly as many as there used to be. This place used to be absolutely crawling with these slugs. It's like, what, is there just one out here now? Have y'all made it that easy where you just have one slug? There used to be a dozen or so out here, and I think there were toads as well. I see another one off to the right, but they are greatly diminished in number than they used to be. Anyhow, we're going to finish gathering up all the rest of them that we need, and then we will head back into... Nope, there we go, a slimy river slug. So we did come across one. And he's going to hit us and glue us to the ground, I would imagine. Let's drop a barrage on him. There we go. No, he didn't use his sliming ability. What the hell was that? Oh, that's someone's herald. Sitting here going, what the hell? I don't remember there being any crazy stuff out here. Have they added one of those nemesis creatures to this little pond? But no, it's just this guy. There we go. That one's going to slime me down. So, yep, we're just going to keep fighting off these guys and collecting the mushrooms. And we'll see you back at the Buckling Gate whenever we finish it up. All right? See y'all then. We finished up in the swamp. And let's come around right around the corner here and let's talk to the 3 gentlefolk, including the expert Buddhist yogi levitating hobbit there. All right, Ella Lilypond, Miss Lilypond, what is your quest? You have a meal for men, so let's take a look at a meal for men. And she's got boar shanks, a thick cut of boar meat taken from the hind quarter of one of the wild beasts in the area near Buckling. And bear haunches, a thick cut of bear meat taken from the hind quarter of one of the wild beasts in the area of Buckling.
Adso Haybank, my employer, aims to have fare to serve men as well as hobbits. Trumrick has people looking for mushrooms to serve hobbit fare, the envy of the Four Farthings. The fare from men comes from the bountiful boars and bears prowling the bee fields. You should find the boars and bears north and east of the gates of Buckland, between the Brandy Hills and the borders of the old forest. Gather some meat, and then return to me.
How can I be of service?
Adso will be pleased with this delivery. We will salt and smoke the meat, and it will serve as the center of our food for men within the inn. Thank you for taking the time to collect this meat for me. Here, you have earned this reward.
Yay! Now, Trumrick. What is Trumrick got? I think he is also the envy of the Four Farthings. That's the one. Wild mushrooms. This is a tasty-looking mushroom served with a broad cap that could be stuffed with all manner of tasty foods. Hello! I see that you're a person who knows your way around the wilder parts of the world, and so the offer I have for you will surely make your heart leap. I represent Adso Haybank, an enterprising fellow from Buckland with a grand vision, a vision of building an inn along the Great East Road. He dispatched myself and these men beside me in search of willing folk to assist him with his dream. I seek mushrooms found along the banks of the Brandywine River to the north, mushrooms to fill and satisfy the belly with a bit of Shire hospitality. Be wary if you go, though, for I've heard tell of shiny slugs and nasty vermin in the area. Would you collect some mushrooms for me? Indeed we will, Mr. Trumrick. Indeed we will.
Oh, do you do?
Look at all this bountiful fare. You certainly held up your end of the bargain. Well, friend, I shall do the same. The ovens at the end will smell like the finest ovens in all the Shire. This is a fine day. Nice. All right, Mr. Reedy, are you the trophies for the walls? Is that the one you had? Yes, you were trophies for the walls. Let's see here. A clean kill yields this bear carcass. In the hands of a skilled taxidermist, it will make a fine trophy piece. Coarse and thick, excellent for throws, rugs, and wall mounts. No weapon blows mar this boar's head. It will make a perfect mounted trophy. A skilled taxidermist will turn this carcass into a fearsome trophy befitting the halls of men.
Greetings, friend.
These are excellent samples. I am certain that the taxidermist can make these into fine items befitting a lodge. Adso will be quite pleased. Here's your payment, and thank you for your assistance. Okay, we got an actual axe out of that, didn't we? Not just money. Let's take a look. Adso's axe. Is it any better than any of the ones we have? It's 38 morale, 8 fate, -5 armor, -7. It's definitely not better than the one that we have, and it's right there, almost equivalent with the dagger or the juggler, but I like the agility it gives us. So I think that's just going to be vendor trash for the moment. Alright, nothing else with those things. Let's see. Turmeric. What you need extra turmeric?
Could I take a moment of your time?
Sharing the load. I must say, I never expected the outpouring of generosity we have received. Certainly we paid for the services we've gotten, but the harvest is so great that we have no means to transport our goods to Adso's camp. I must ask you a small favor. Just outside of Brandy Hall to the south, there's a stable where I've seen Tolly Brockhouse, the local woodcutter, speaking with folks. I am certain that he will be willing to help. Could you speak with him and see if he can spare a wagon for the trip to Adso's? Let me know what he said when you're done. So talk to Tolly Brockhouse in Buckland. Sure, we'll go talk to Tolly. Oh, y'all got more to say?
Hello there.
I fear without a proper place to smoke the meat, we will only have cured meats and no smoked meat. We could really use a wagon.
Good day.
We can do it, but it says they're so willing. Help us. Will you help? Not the chance to help him yet?
How can I be of service?
I'm still trying to figure out how you were able to carry all these hides and other items. Indeed. Adventurers are resourceful folk, it seems. I think we should need a wagon to carry our goods, and soon the carcasses are getting ripe. All right, let us go on over there. Unfortunately, we have Find the Path, which gives us our plus 15% out of combat movement speed. So, not bad at all. Better than any of the shanty level horses we could get right at this moment. I can tell you that. Do we still have something to collect? What do we got to collect there? Oh, goo, filth, and membranes. Yes, let's loot all of those. Nothing like a big pocket full of goo. You think that carrying all those carcasses and hides is something. Wait till you see my pockets full of goo, filth, and membranes. You will be impressed. Now, let's go up here and talk to Tolly. I wanted to say, didn't they say? Oh, it was Brandy Hall. I thought I was headed for the stable master. Silly me. Oh, it is now the 4th of January. Tolkien's birthday was yesterday. That was awesome. I was hoping to get this one up in time for his birthday, but did not quite make it. I'm surprised they don't do things for Tolkien's birthday like they do for Bilbo and Frodo's, unless they've added one and I just don't know it. I've missed out on it. Let's see. Are you up this way? Any rings? Any rings at all? Anything will do. Nope. Let's take a look again and see where Tolly is. Outside the stable near Brandy Hall. So we were at the correct place the first time. I was saying, unless
unless they do have a token celebration, a token's birthday party, and I just don't know that it happens. Haven't come across it and missed it yesterday. That would be a shame, but yes, it was indeed his birthday. I am planning on having a good meal today to make up for it. Didn't do much yesterday because I'm coming off of 3 days at work, and so my first day back, pretty much all I do is sleep like a log. Just laying there snore. Well, don't snore because I got my CPAP, but otherwise just somnolizing. Now, let's see. Totally. Totally? Oh, you are the guy. You're the guy that gives us all the quests up here going into the forest, aren't you? You're the one that needed all the items in there and want us to go to Gilliam, aren't you? Gilliman. Now, sharing the load.
Is there something I can do for you?
Trumrick Ragwort needs a wagon. I suppose I could spare a wagon and a couple of mules to share the load toward the camp. Trumrick is a good fella and will surely return them when he's done. With the trouble we are seeing in the old forest, it seems unlikely that I will have need of all my wagons in the foreseeable future. Tell Trumrick that I will send along a driver, 2 mules, and a wagon by sundown on the morrow. I could expect that he could have it back to me within a week. If you're looking to help out around here, there's plenty to do. A week? It's going to take you a week?
What do you need?
Okay. An entire week it's going to take you to get... it's going to take you until tomorrow. It's not the week part, but it's going to take you till tomorrow to get a wagon, 2 mules, and a driver. Right over here? I mean, if you got on that hill and jumped up, you could probably wave to him. Oi. See, this is the thing that, I play American Truck Sim and I play Euro Truck Sim, and you get a lot of complainers on there sometimes talking about how the scaling issues, because they're at a 1 to 19 scale, which means, 1 mile in the game is equal to 19 miles in real life. And they're like, oh, everything's too short, too close together. There's not a room for it. But, dude, if you've ever played an MMO, you are used to, we've got to cross this vast and horrible wilderness, which is like a 30-second run between the 2 cities. That's a vast wilderness. Vast wildernesses were longer in the old Ultima games and stuff like that, You had to travel further. All right, we're back here at Trumrick. Let's talk to him, let him know about the wagon. Tolly will help us. This is wonderful news. We will begin preparing the crates for loading and should get on the road by morning. We truly could not have done this without you, friend. Please take this. It should cover the cost of travels and a little more. I am concerned for Tolly, though. What trouble could there be in the old forest? So a lot of things that keep directing you trying to get in the old forest. We're taking the hint. We're already headed there, okay?
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
Mr. Haybank, meet. You have done so much. I think it is time to meet the hobbit you've been helping, Adso Haybank. We've met him already. Yeah, we're at a party. He said, hi, is this guy boring you? Come with me. I'm from another planet. You will find that he is a caring fellow with much on his mind. His camp is difficult to miss, as the work is happening right along the roadside. You will travel east along the Great East Road for some distance, about halfway to Bree, before you arrive. When you get there, you should be welcomed. Thank you again, Gnomadan. So that's sending us back to Adso's. We will do that.
Hello there.
But it makes for an inn between the Bree and Shire. All right. We will do that again, but before we do that, we are going to get back to working in the Old Forest, go and do the No Trouble in the Old Forest, because we also have a quest over there where we've got to go and collect boar heads, and we've got to collect the supplies. All of those should be found kind of to the north. They should be found in this area, the supplies and the boar heads that we're looking for. You'll see we got one here, but it's because we had wandered a little over toward this way trying to find those boars. And the boar dropped a head instead of the haunches and meat that we needed. So So there you go. I think that's where we are going to call it. That is a pretty good episode there. So, I thank you for coming with us today. Gnomadan thanks you as well. Hope you've had a good one. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Remember that the Yule Fest goes on for another 4 days, I think. I think it's another 4 days. And then they will probably, in 2 or 3 weeks, have the repeat of it. And then, if they do like they did last year, they'll have the Christmas in July, where they'll have the Yule Fest in July again, too. Who knows what these people are going to do. But that's where we are. Once again, thank y'all for coming along. I always appreciate it. I hope y'all enjoy it. And we will see you then. So, y'all have a good, hope y'all are having a good New Year's and all. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.